G'day, Justin Holland here, and welcome to this training. I'm excited to have you here. I'm excited to present with you a nice overview of what I am teaching inside of the ebook that you have now received. That'll either be on this page somewhere or in your email, so make sure you get that. Now, I want to give you a bit of a backstory about me because I think it's important that as I start explaining things that I do come from a background where I have already done all this and I have had success in this kind of market. So I want to make sure that we're off on the right foot and we can move forward very quickly. Now, as I said before, my name is Justin Holland. I'm a 31-year-old male from Melbourne, Australia. Well, I'm actually from Sydney, Australia, but I'm living in Melbourne at the moment with my fiance and my little baby. We just had our first newborn in June, so no, not too long ago. We have a brand new little one, and we're having lots of fun with him. Now, I haven't always lived in Melbourne, just for a little while. I've actually been traveling around the world for the past few years. Now, I haven't been able to sustain that because I decided to come home and settle down and settle down with my fiance and now my little baby. So exciting times for me, and I know that you are here because you're either trying to break free from the rat race, travel some more, trying to find some more time with your family, all that kind of stuff. I get it. I've kind of done most of it, been able to travel the world. I was able to quit my job, and now I'm a stay-at-home dad. So kind of tick all those little boxes that you may be looking at the moment. So, do I have the experience to be teaching you guys here today? And I know there's going to be thousands of you guys watching this, but do I have the experience? So I want to, take you back to 2012 when I first started my very first business on social media. I was, it wasn't on social media. Social media came from it. In 2012, I quit my electrical engineering traineeship. I decided I didn't want to do that anymore, and I decided to create my very first business. It was in Sydney, Australia, and I was teaching kids to play football and soccer. So very, very fun. I absolutely loved it. Over those next 4 years, the preceding, or 3 or 4 years, I think it was about 3.5 years, I built up my business using Facebook advertising. And then I moved into Instagram advertising during that period as well. And during that time, I started to really grasp what works and what doesn't work in the online marketing world. Even though I had an offline business, I took the online marketing as the everything to winning in my business. And I ended up going from 0 kids in 2012 to under 2 years later having 650 kids coming to my academy every single week. So every single week I had 650 kids coming to my academy. Pretty insane, knowing that the competition in my area had maximum of 200 kids per week. And I did that all through advertising. It's not to toot my own horn or anything like that. It's just to prove that the online world is the way of the future. And when after a while, I realized that I had something that I knew something that I knew other companies, other people, other entrepreneurs would love to know. And that is social media. And now social media, we're all on it every single day, right? We are. Scrolling through my phone every time I wake up. I'm actually recording this video on my phone. I have all my fancy cameras, but I love being able to record on my iPhone. It shows that anyone can do it and all that kind of stuff. It's insane what a simple iPhone can do. And after those few years of working and having my own business, even though I had all those kids, I had more inventory, more staff, more office space, all this kind of stuff. I just wasn't getting out of it what I hoped to. I was actually working more hours than I ever had, 70 hours a week. I actually still lived with my parents, even though I had 600 and something kids per week. It wasn't paying as much as I would have hoped, hence the more inventory and more staff and things like that. So I decided to take my skills and take it online. Now, I had no idea what I was doing. I really didn't. So I first started off with affiliate marketing, and I still do affiliate marketing to this day. And when I first jumped into affiliate marketing, I utilized Facebook advertisements to start generating a profit quite quickly, being able to get to thousands of dollars per month just after a few months of starting out. And that was the one skill that I was so happy that I had. But most people don't have that skill. And that's why I have created Summit Affiliate to teach people those skills. So in the ebook that you guys have, I actually do teach Facebook ads in that ebook. It's not even a video, it's just an ebook, and I actually teach you how to go through and create your first advertisement. So that's pretty cool. And you know, I realized that, you know, most people starting online, like maybe yourself, there's too much information on the internet, there's too much overwhelm. So, you know, that's another reason why I created Summit Affiliate. We don't just teach Facebook advertising, we teach a range of things, and we're going to go over what it took me to get my business off the ground, and that kind of thing. So back in 2015, when I got started in affiliate marketing, I've kept doing affiliate marketing for the past 4 years, but during that time I've created many of my own courses. I've created about 6 courses, half a dozen courses, revenue into the millions. So, you know, I seem to be able to make it click and work, and I've done it through a fundamental process. So I'm going to teach you guys today just the fundamentals of what it is that it takes to build a profitable business, so you can spend more time with your family, spend more time traveling, and spend more time away from a 9 to 5. So let's dig into it. All right, so we're going to go through the fundamentals here, guys. As I mentioned before, I just wrote out a few notes, particularly for myself. I'll probably be facing you guys most of the time, but essentially, when you're building, when you're thinking about building your first business online, even if you're not thinking about it being a business yet, you may be on here thinking, oh, I just want to build my Instagram, I only just want to build my Facebook, I only want to build my LinkedIn or Twitter, whatever it is. And at the moment, you're not thinking about a business. That's okay. I like to call you guys the accidental entrepreneurs. You are just thinking about growing and monetizing your social media. As soon as you put money into any factor, you're turning into a business owner. Whether you like it or not, you're the accidental entrepreneur. So if you want to make money from Instagram, if you want to become an influencer, if you want to become a social media marketer, affiliate marketer, you want to work in network marketing, whatever it is, you are essentially becoming a business owner. But if you're here to just build your social media, keep watching, you're going to have some fun anyway, and we can certainly help you at Summit Affiliate. So, first and foremost, branding. As you guys see people like Gary Vaynerchuk, you see things like Coca-Cola, you see things like McDonald's, and you know, all those type of things, and they're all branded for a specific purpose, right? A personal brand is something like a Gary Vaynerchuk. He actually promotes himself as a personal brand. Of course, he has business brands and company brands, but you know, someone like him or even a Tony Robbins, they brand themselves. Myself, I actually, you'll notice when a lot of this stuff I mentioned in the book, and I go into much more in depth in the book. So what you're going to notice is myself, when I first started online, I actually just wanted to travel the world and work from my laptop. So I actually built a travel brand, and it was great. You know, I grew it to, you know, I think over 50,000 followers across YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and I got to build a big email list with that. But you know, I think over time, I actually thought that I was just going to travel forever. I know I thought so, but after a couple of years, I decided I wanted to come home and be with my friends and family some more. So at the start, when you know you're thinking about your brand, it's important to think about the future. But if you want to stick to something very particular right now, that's okay. So I actually built something that we call a niche brand. I didn't make it a personal brand. It was actually called Justin's Movement. Yes, my name's in it, but I wouldn't call it a personal brand. A personal brand is something that I have now called Justin Holland, and that's very personal to me, more so than just traveling or anything like that. My personal brand depicts everything in my life, whether it be business, family, money, whatever it is. So, you know, now, you know, as I was saying, that if you aren't sure what kind of brand, whether you want to be a personal brand, a niche brand, or a company brand, it's okay. Go with whatever you're feeling right now. You can always chop and change later. But I do wish that I started with a personal brand. But in all honesty, I wasn't in a position to launch a brand as a personal brand? Justin Holland, who am I to get out there and promote myself and build products around what things that I love and sell affiliate products? Am I really in a position to do that? At the time I thought no. But now if I was to teach someone, I would tell them, brand yourself as a personal brand. If you are going to, a lot of you guys like to travel. I know that. Our audience is travelers all the time. And you want to build a niche specific travel brand. That's completely fine as well. You just have to think about it and see what suits you. Now, a company brand, Summit Affiliate. That's a company brand. It's completely different. We know exactly why we have Summit Affiliate. We won't be venturing to different things. Whereas personal brands and niche brands allow you to move in between different things as time progresses. So, you have to think about that. Now, what kind of products? You're probably here going, I don't have any products to sell. That's okay. I didn't have any products to sell. In my first 6 months online, I sold other people's products, and I still sell other people's products till this day. So what we can do is teach you guys how to find products that are going to align with your brand, whether it be a personal brand, a niche brand, or a company, right? A company would be significantly different type products in regards to a niche brand. Let's take a travel brand, for instance, or even a stay-at-home mum brand. You might be looking to stay-at-home mum. I know there aren't too many stay-at-home dads, but I'm hoping to change that. So if you're a dad or looking to become a dad, keep following me. I'm gonna come out with some cool stuff to help you become that stay-at-home dad that you've always wanted to be. So, or even if your partner doesn't want you to be that stay-at-home dad, we're gonna make sure that she changes her mind when we see the money rolling in from you building a business online. So we want to be teaching you how to find your own products. And if you're a traveler to start with, you can find products based around travel. You can sell different holiday deals or hotel deals or courses on becoming a hostess, an airline hostess, and things like that. There's so many things out there. It will blow your mind what's possible. And now a lot of these companies allow you to become something that we call an affiliate. And that means if you sell their air hostess course for $297 and they're going to pay you 50%, you're going to get nearly $150 in return if you sell that on your, say, website or blog or your social media. And now we teach how to do that later, but essentially that's what an affiliate marketer is. If you're a stay-at-home dad and you might start dressing your little one in some clothing, and because you've partnered with a company and they're going to give you a kickback every time someone clicks on your link in your Instagram page. It's not actually too far-fetched to make happen. All right, or if you already have the knowledge and the idea, let's say that you are a school teacher and you want to come into the online world. You do want to become a traveler, but you might become kind of the traveling teacher. But you're not a traveling teacher. You don't go to schools and teach. What you're doing, you've built an e-course online for templates and things like that other teachers can come and download and be in the community to learn and thrive as a teacher in their own school with your mentorship. And they'll pay you a fee of $50 a month or $20 a month, and you can build communities and thriving businesses around that. So that's the difference between using someone else's products or producing your own products. So it's pretty cool to see what's possible there. So time to build content. Oh, spelt that wrong. Let me just fix that up. There we go. All right, so time to build content. So right now you've got your personal brand, you've decided what kind of products you're going to be selling, but how do you get content out to the world? How do you fill your blog, your Facebook, the emails are, you're going to be capturing emails. How do you fill your Instagram? How do you fill your YouTube, your Snapchat, your Twitter? You don't have to have all these, but you're going to certainly have a few if you build a successful online business. Now, we like to do something called syndication. So this is how I do it. I watch either training, or I go to a seminar, or I learn something new. However, I might even watch someone's Instagram story and learn something new. So what do? I build something from it, right? I implement if it's working for me, if the thought process is right, or if it's actually an implementation into my business. I will build, and I'm succeeding from it, I'll build something that like a blog about it. It could be any of these first and foremost, but let's say, for example, I write a blog post. I write an article, and then from then on, I repurpose. So I'm going to repurpose now. I'm going to build the blog, and then I'm going to do syndication. So that blog, now I'm able to build a Facebook post out of it. Now I'm able to do a Facebook Live video to my audience about it. Now I'm able to send an email to my email list about it, and an Instagram post, make a cool graphic about it, and then on YouTube as well, make a longer video and post it up on YouTube, and then sometimes if the audience really hits it and they love it, you'll know immediately, and you're getting really good traction on it. It might be a thought process for you to build that out into some paid content. See, we've got paid content just here. That's how I do it. If I find that something is really clicking and my audience is loving it, they're going to pay for it. Once they know, like, and trust you, as long as you build content that they love and keep interacting with, you're able to start monetizing those thoughts, that thought process of repurposing content, making it your own and making sure that your audience loves it. And then it turns into paid content, makes you money, and allows you to quit your job and love the life that you've been given. Now, there's 3 types of content, and we generally always start with the free content, right? The free content will generally be any of these: blog, a YouTube video, an email. That's all kind of free content. Next up, we have something called a freemium content, which is exactly what this is right now. You've actually put your email into a website, and in return, we're going to give you this training. So you're receiving this training right now. You're receiving the book, you're receiving this, and you're receiving the audio, which is really, really cool. So that's freemium content, where it's free, but you're actually kind of getting them ready to move into the paid content, right? So you're at the moment as a viewer, you're in the freemium content, and this is completely free. And we want to make sure that you are getting value for putting in your email. If you were to put in your email and I didn't give you anything, you would just be so ticked off that when I sent you one of these emails at a later date asking you to buy from me, you would tell me to get stuffed. You would want to unsubscribe. You'd call me names. You would not be happy. So it's important as the business owner, as the content creator, that your freemium content hits the nail on the head. Okay. And then, as I said before, you may already have, you may be able to create paid content out of this, or you may have your own products already, and you can push people towards your paid products. Now, what if you don't have your own product? As I said before, what if you have what if you're an affiliate marketer and you're doing affiliate content? Now, what you'll be doing is start to find a range of different things that work, and you'll still be doing the free and freemium, and then moving people onto higher paid kind of affiliate forms of paid content. Now you can sell, as I said before, an e-course, someone's e-course, and you might get 50% or 20%, of the sale. So there are certainly options to do that. It doesn't necessarily have to be your own content. But when I first started online, the last thing that I thought I'd be doing is creating my own content. But, a funny story, in January 2015 was when I got started online. And I started off, as I said, with Facebook advertisements and a little bit of Instagram. I only ever had an Instagram for my old soccer business. I never had a personal one, never built a brand around one. I didn't really know what I was doing. But what I did is I learned Instagram over a few months, right? I learned it. I started getting emails into my business. I started getting a lot of engagement. I started, making sales. And I'm like, wow, this is awesome. And I was speaking to some other people in some Facebook groups and things like that. And I was telling them what was happening. They're like, how do you do this? I'm like, I don't know. I'm only a few months in. I thought everyone will be doing this. They're like, no, never. So I actually built my first course after 5 months of being online. Never thought I would. Actually sold it for, I think, $497 and made about $35,000 in profit just from building, I think it was about a 10-part series course. I had never built a course before, never done video before. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew how to get somewhere. I knew how to actually make some money. It wasn't crazy amounts of money. I was making maybe $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month, and people flocked to it because they knew I was new. They knew that, if I could do this straight away after being brand new, then that's pretty cool. If now I was trying to sell a product that I was making a little bit of money from, people might be a bit more wary of that because I should be expected to make more money than that after 4 years online. So I hope you understand the types of content. So right now you've got your brand. You're starting to understand what type of products that you kind of want to do. You're understanding what kind of content that you can build. If you go on YouTube and watch a video on Tony Robbins, you can build it. You can build content around that. You don't copy him. You don't plagiarize him, but you implement, you repurpose it, and you syndicate it. Right? And then we have 3 types of content. You know that you are syndicating a lot of free content. You're syndicating some freemium content. And then you have your paid content throughout, email series, other advertisements and things like that. And we get into that much more in depth inside Summit Affiliate. So social media, pick 2 and lock in the rest. What do I mean by that? So pick your 2 favorite ones. For me, it's always Facebook, Instagram. Some other people like Pinterest, Snapchat, Twitter, I think YouTube. My 2 favorite have always been Facebook and Instagram. So what I want you to do is pick 2 that you're going to focus on. All right? And we're going to combine paid advertising with free advertising. Right? And we'll get into that in just a second. So pick 2, lock in the rest. So pick 2, go get the names to them, figure out your brand name, put the names on them so no one else can take them, and then go and snap up the rest of the social medias out there, because you never know. In the future, you may want to. I might put Twitter. I got Pinterest, LinkedIn. We've got so many social media platforms out there that you should just lock in the names, even if you're not using them. The last thing you want is in 5-10 years when you're thriving as a business and Pinterest is blowing up and you need it and you can't get your brand name because someone went and took your brand name a year after you started online. Yet you're 10 years into your online business. Just get them now and make sure that you keep them and are ready to explode when the time arises, okay? And you can easily do syndication automated on these platforms that you're not using. So you can start building even though you're not using them. There's all different programs out there that allow you to syndicate different things across all these type of platforms. So you might focus on Facebook and Instagram, but you'll well and truly syndicate across a lot of the other platforms as well, just to get your foot in the door and start getting what we call traffic to your business, which, for those who don't know, traffic means footsteps or knocking on the door in your business, right? That window shopping? We don't do too much window shopping anymore. We do internet shopping, which is really, really cool for us trying to build an online business. Now, I'm going to finish it off with just, some important things down here. Advertising, which is, advertising and marketing. There's a lot of free advertising and marketing, and there's a lot of paid Facebook advertising and marketing. Now, paid advertising would be Facebook advertisements, Instagram advertisements, Google ads, YouTube ads. You've seen them all. They pop up on your news feeds, they pop up on your YouTubes, things like that, right? And then we have free as well. So free could mean automation techniques. So you've got syndication that's automated. You can make sure that you have like a spin wheel where you can make sure that you get your content out to the world without having to pay for it. Now, paid advertising works much quicker. That's why I highly recommend having both paid advertising and free advertising inside of your business. Now, with the free advertising, there is Facebook groups, so you can interact about building relationships from a free marketing point of view. There is Instagram automation, Pinterest automation, Twitter automation. There's many things like that. There's also blogging, of course, which is free as long as you SEO work and things like that. There's a ton of other things, and I do go through that more in depth inside the book. So be sure to check that out. Now, I've gone through the fundamentals of building a business, right? You've got your brand. You're starting to figure out what kind of products that you want to sell. Then you're trying to figure out how you can kind of make your business a bit bigger, content, freemium content, paid content. And, you lock in your social medias and start building them. You want to growth hack them. Make sure that, you start getting followers. Now, remember, likes does not pay the bills. They don't pay the bills. So it's all about getting clicks to your business, whether that's your website or your links on your Instagram or Twitter or wherever it is, right? So you've now done that. You've started to understand advertising, whether it be free and paid. You want to have both locked into your business. You're going to have a budget. You're going to have a small budget. I started online with $5 a day in paid advertising, doing Facebook advertisements. Some start with $2 a day. Some start with $10, $20 a day. Depends on what you can do. So you have to decide that for yourself. And of course, free traffic. The reason that free has to be combined with paid is because free traffic takes up time. You can't be on your phone all day liking and commenting and chatting with people. You need a life. You built this business to have a life. If you're on your phone and on things all day long, 24/7, you're going to burn out. You're going to kill yourself. So it's important to have something that's going to run on automation. Your paid advertising on automation, and then you can combine many free methods here, and we'll go through them a bit later. So I hope that gives you a nice fundamental of building an online business. Very simple, guys. Nothing crazy about it. I don't want you guys to overcomplicate things. As long as you follow this process and get the right tools and right methods, you guys are going to be just okay. Okay, so let's make sure that you get your business off the ground, you enjoy what you do, you actually build a business around your passions. This has to be your passion. Your brand has to be a passion of yours. Okay, I love what I do. I love teaching people. I love helping people. That's why I decided to now build a brand around myself. So I hope that helps, guys. I hope you got a lot of information out of that. Of course, you have the book, which is much longer, and you've also got the audio when you need, and you also have access to the boot camp whenever you are ready. So I hope that helps, and I'll see you soon. Chat soon. Bye.